Very seldom do you see them get out of the draft in the middle of the pack. Usually it's on either the outside or the inside.
Here they come down to complete lap number 2. It's Kyle Petty leading Davey Allison. Ricky Rudd has moved up to 3rd, then Earnhardt, then Lake Speed, and running side by side, Harry Gant.
And here's trouble going into turn 1. It's Larry Pearson down on the inside.
Pearson
He's
is
sliding hard back up into the wall.
Ooh. Of course, when you hit that grass, it is so wet that it really accelerates the car, and that's exactly what happened as he slid through the grass, went up the banking, hit the wall hard with the rear end of the car, but he did not get upside down. That was our fear, but he did have heavy contact with the wall. The field will be taking the yellow flag as it comes down here. They'll be racing back to the yellow, and Kyle Petty will come down and receive the yellow flag, the first of the afternoon. Let's take a look again at what happened. Larry Pearson running in the back of the field.
They were seeing he's already sideways, and when he got in the mud, literally it looks like the car picks up. There's no grip at all, and up in backs in the retaining wall.
Boy, what a roller coaster ride that was for Larry Pearson. And King Richard Petty comes in, and the right front isn't moving.
Looks like the fender is laid back on the right front tire and not allowing it to turn, so there's some pretty serious damage to Richard's car.
And Richard was looking forward to a good run here. He ran good at Daytona back in February and was looking forward to a good day today. Let's go to the pits. Jerry Punch.
Indeed he was, Dan, after running so well in the qualifiers at Daytona, finishing 2nd there, and now they spend so many hours massaging the body on these cars to try to get them to run so slickly at 190 plus miles an hour. And now Robbie Loomis and the rest of the STP crew go to work on the right front fender. You hear them in the background now they will try to change those right side tires. Richard sitting quietly and calmly in the car, but apparently they will have some work cut out for him to try to pull that sheet metal and fender away. And although they probably will be able to get the car back in the race, they certainly will have an aerodynamic disadvantage with that crumpled sheet metal on the right front.
Also some damage to the suspension on that right front because the tire just can't take that hard a lick and not bend something, the ball joints, the steering, some of the mechanism.
And the field is coming around now as they continue to work on the STP Pontiac. He is about to go a lap down.
So Richard Petty, one of 2 cars damaged in an accident toward turn number 1. Larry Pearson, of course, the other one. As you can see, the field is passing by, putting Richard down 1 lap here in the early going. So our first caution period is out here at Talladega Superspeedway in the Winston 500. We'll be back with more live coverage right after this. Who has? Okay.
21 car moved up 6 spaces.
They're going to take him behind the wall. Apparently they got a brake caliper broken on the right front there. That's all I've been told so far from the crew down here.
Jerry, did he get? He wasn't that far back. Pearson wouldn't have taken it.
I haven't been able to get anything. They're on the radio with him. I haven't been able to find out yet. Did he get the 19? He got together with a 19 car.
That's probably what caused Pearson to spin. Then they were having problems up in front of him.
Chad's been in the pits too.
Still under caution here at Talladega because of an accident up in turn number 1 involving Larry Pearson. Now, Richard Petty was involved in an incident with Chad Little, a separate incident, and as a result, the King is going behind the wall for some work on his car. Now, apparently, Petty is ahead of Larry Pearson here. You can see him on the far right of your screen, right, Ed?
Yes, and it looks like the car number 19 of Chad Little down on the inside. So apparently they touched, and Larry Pearson was already in the slide before. They might have touched before they got into the position where we picked him up, and Larry thought that they were going to spin in front of him, maybe hit the brakes or something of that nature that caused him to lose control of his car.
Boy, what a ride that Larry took. Remember, he was, as Petty goes behind the wall, remember he was on flat ground there when he slid through the grass, and then he's suddenly up 33 degrees of banking to hit the wall. There's the damaged car of Larry Pearson as it's being taken back to the garage area.
And it's hard to tell you, folks, how hard that wall is.
And as you can see on a protractor, this is what 33 degrees of banking looks like. That is the angle in turns 1 and 2, and also in turns 3 and 4. The backstretch is flat. The tri-oval area here is at 18 degrees. So we are slowed for caution as 5 laps have been completed here out of 188 that make up the Winston 500 from Talladega.